Hello guys and welcome to Your Engineer, and today we are going to see about the standard atmosphere, okay, and how property changes as you go higher. So there's a thing called standard sea level, that is SSL. So standard sea level, there are some fixed properties of pressure, fixed properties of temperature, fixed properties of density, and as you go up in the atmosphere the property change, and how those property change, it totally depends on the temperature, because first of all temperature changes, and as per the temperature changes pressure also changes and density also changes. Okay, so these are the cases of how atmosphere changes. So today we are going to see standard atmosphere. Okay, before going into many details, let me first solve for you hydrostatic equation. Okay, fine. Okay, so hydrostatic equations mean, suppose in the air there is some element which is cuboid, where at some point pressure P is acting. Okay, from below pressure P is acting, and from above it is P plus dP is acting. Okay, some additional pressure is acting. Now at the same point the weight is also acting, which is weight. Suppose the density is rho is the density, and along with this pressure and weight the height is dH. Suppose the height is dH at which we are calculating the pressure. Okay, so if it is dH, so what we do, we just balance the forces. Okay, and regarding the area, what is the area of this? So see, pressure acts normally to the surface. Fine, so we are considering it as a unit area. Unit area means the length is also 1, the width is also 1, and the height is also 1, but we are only considering length and width. So length and width is 1 here, length and width is 1 here, and the height dH is there. Okay, so let me see. In the downward direction there are two things, P plus dP into area, which is 1. I told you no, area is 1, so dot 1 we will still consider it because this is the force. We can balance the forces, we cannot balance the pressure, we can balance the forces, this, and then minus P, and then also in the downward it will be plus W. Now W, weight is, what is weight? Weight is mg, mass into acceleration due to gravity. Now you don't know the mass of this particular element, but you know the density of this element. So considering the density of this element, you know mass equal to density into volume. Now volume of anything is area into height, so it will be rho into dH, so it will be rho g dH. Got it? Minus P plus rho g dH. Okay, so here we will, when you will solve, it will be P minus P. This is also P dot 1, and this is the weight. So this is equal to 0, considering the equilibrium forces in one direction. And see, we have taken this direction as positive, that means downward direction as positive. So what we will get? We will get dP equal to minus rho g dH, where H is in downward direction. Okay, so this is the hydrostatic equation, dP equal to minus rho g dH, and we use this particular equation to solve our properties. Fine. So let's solve the how standard atmosphere works. Before that we will draw a diagram which will show that how atmosphere changes. So let's see. Okay, so standard atmosphere, let me tell you a thing called standard sea level I just told you about. So SSL means standard sea level. Now here pressure, here temperature, and here density. Let me tell you the basic values, which are standard values which you take. So the pressure is 101,325 Newton per meter square, the exact value. Okay, 101,325 Newton per meter square, exact value. In some cases, what they do, they write it as 1.01325 into 10 to the power 5. So this is the case. It's basically 1 bar. It is 1 bar. When a bar will be given, 1 bar you can convert into this. This is the conversion also. Temperature is 288.16 Kelvin at the sea level. Density is 1.225 kilogram per meter cube. Fine. So we got the pressure, temperature, and density in at the standard sea level. So let me make you a graph. So suppose a graph is made, like here it's temperature, which is T, and here it is altitude, which is H. Fine. So you already know that, suppose this is the point where it is 288.16. Fine. So it just, and here it is 11 kilometer, here 25 kilometer. Okay. Then some more distance. Okay. So what happens? Like it first goes on decreasing the temperature. Then from 11 to 25 it remains constant. Then it again increases. Then it again remains constant. Got it? And after that it again decreases. So this is something kind of thing. This is, it's called troposphere. This thing is called tropopause. This thing is stratosphere. Most aircrafts fly in stratosphere. Okay. This is stratopause. Okay. And this is again higher atmosphere. Maybe it will be called ionosphere, mesosphere. Okay. Because temperature goes on decreasing again. Fine. And again then mesopause, then again ionosphere, ionospause, or exosphere. So this is the kind of thing. Okay. Let me tell you one more thing. What is the thing here? Okay. So let me tell you the data here. Whatever data is here, we will again make the diagram and write all the data related to this. That you can see from 0 kilometer to 11 kilometer, the temperature goes on decreasing. From 11 to 25, temperature is constant, but it's not necessary that pressure and density will also remain constant. So that's the relation we are going to see. So you see, this layer is called isothermal layer. Isothermal means the temperature is constant here, and this kind of layer is called gradient layer. Gradient means a slope is coming. Here it is also gradient layer. This is isothermal layer. So we will make a full diagram of all the things, but first we must know what are the relations, how to find the change of pressure, change of temperature, change of density in gradient as well as isothermal layers. Okay, so let's first start with isothermal layer, because isothermal layer the temperature is constant. We will use the same hydrostatic equation and perfect gas equation. Okay, so let's see that. So before going into the isothermal layer, let's know that hydrostatic equation is dP equal to minus rho g dH. Okay, so suppose you have a particular height at h1 where you know the values. I know the values at h1, and h where you have to calculate the values. I have to calculate the values. Now I told you that isothermal layer means either tropopause or stratopause. Fine. So isothermal layer means tropopause, stratopause. Okay. So wherever the pause will be there, we will get the isothermal layer. Okay. Like tropopause, I told you 11 to 25. Stratopause will be 47 to 53. Okay. So suppose you know, like H1 I can take 11, and if you have to find at 15, so 15 will be H. Okay. So if you know at some values, and how will you know the value at 11? By the gradient layer. Okay. So let's see first isothermal layer. Now this is the case, dP equal to minus rho g dH. Now P equal to rho RT. You know very well. Got it? P equal to rho RT. So this is equation number 1. This is equation number B. So divide A by B. So we will get dP upon P equal to minus rho g dH upon rho RT. Okay. So it will be dP upon P minus rho and rho will be cancelled. It will be G upon RT dH. Now let's integrate it. Okay, G is constant, R is constant, and here T is also constant. So I will take it outside. Suppose it will be P1 to P, and then here H1 to H. So it will be log. So ln or log base E, I can say log base E, P upon P1 will be equal to, this is minus G H minus H1 upon RT. Fine. So what will be the final value? If you have to just write the value of H minus H1, so this will go and it will become P upon P1 will be equal to, remember it's P upon P1, it will be equal to e to the power this, e to the power minus G H minus H1 upon RT. So this will be the formula of change of pressure. If you know the temperature at tropopause, then this will be the change in formula of how pressure changes in tropopause, because I told you in tropopause temperature is constant, not the pressure. And suppose you want to calculate now density, so you know P upon P equal to rho RT. So from here itself, if you have to write P1 equal to rho RT1, rho 1 RT1, but T and T1 is same because it's tropopause, so again T. So if you divide by this, you get to know that P upon P1 will be equal to rho upon rho 1, and RT will be cancelled. Okay. So in this case particularly, P upon P1 and rho upon rho 1 will have same formula. Okay. So here P upon P1 and rho upon rho 1, because P equal to rho RT and P1 equal to rho 1 RT1. So it will be same. So the same formula will be applied for rho and rho upon rho 1 will also. Got it? Okay. So next we are going to see that how will we calculate the change in temperature, change in pressure, change in density in gradient layer. So in the next lecture, which you are going to see and which you can see here, you can also click here to get the link of the next lecture where we are going to see the gradient layer, that how the temperature and everything changes in gradient layer. You remember that at that time this T will be variable, not constant. So we must have a relation that how temperature changes with altitude. Okay, I already told you that it's a straight line. So we will see how we calculate it. Okay, thank you very much and stay connected. Also you can go through the preview which I am going to show you here of the online course, which is Crack GATE Aerospace Engineering in 100 days, and the days are just going on. Okay, the course has already been started on 10th of October and today it is 17th of October. So you are already 7 days late. You must enroll in the course and get a very good rank in GATE Aerospace Engineering. Thank you very much. Stay connected.